Poker Tonight is brought to you by UB.net. Raise, stack, own. Welcome back to Poker Tonight. I'm Scott Huff alongside Joe Sebok. Now, as we mentioned in our headlines, LA Lakers owner Dr. Jerry Buss won a World Series of Poker circuit horse event, and as recently detailed in an ESPN.com feature, has decided to dedicate a lot more of his time these days to playing poker. Buss, who was elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame this week, let us into his home so we can see how this championship owner and poker player rolls. Let's go to Chops to learn more.
Thanks, Huff. I'm at the home of Los Angeles Lakers owner Dr. Jerry Buss to see how one of the game's biggest celebrities lives and talk some poker. You've been playing poker for a long time. I think a lot of people first saw or recognized you as a poker player from WPT Celebrity Invitational, which came in second. How long have you been playing poker competitively?
Probably 10 years. 10 years.
I heard that you just won a circuit event in Rincon, a horse event. Did you get a ring for this? Did you get any recognition for this?
A lot of happiness. I didn't get the ring, but it was a lot of fun, and I was very, very happy.
How big was the field?
I think it was like 68, 69 people, something like that.
Have you ever played in the big game in Bobby's room at the Bellagio?
I played a pretty big game at the Hustler one time.
The Larry Flint game?
The Larry Flint game. I played that twice, actually. But, you know, those people are just too good for me. I don't like to think of that, but it's true. So I limit myself probably to 500,000 limit games, maybe occasionally a 1,000, 2,000 game.
Okay, so you're playing at really high stakes at a 1,000, 2,000 level. So.
I play usually once a week at the 500,000 level.
Do you find yourself coming out ahead more often than not?
No. Overall, I keep track, and I'm a loser, but not a serious loser. And compared to other hobbies that rich men have, like yachts, etc., this is very inexpensive.
Finally, you play the 50K horse event every year. For you personally, what would be a bigger thrill? Winning that 50K horse event or the Lakers winning another title?
The Lakers always come first because I can share that with my family. But very, very close behind would be winning a bracelet at the World Series.
Thank you for taking the time today, Dr. Buss, for joining us.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you at the tables.
Good enough.
Best life ever, owns the Lakers, is now crushing poker tournaments, spends his time with beautiful women, and I believe he's 77 years old.
That's exactly like you, except without the 77 years old part.
Yet.
If we could all be so lucky as Dr. Buss. Now let's go to Dana Workman for P2N Online. Dana?
Thanks, Scott. P2N Online dishes what's trending hot in poker each week. So as expected, lots of chatter about Prahlad Friedman breaking at Steve Nash's 60-second free throw record from last week. On the 2+2 forum, our favorite comment came after Jetto made the fairly obvious remark that Nash is an overall better basketball player than Prahlad. Duh. Poster Some Dork, great name, replied with this. Wait a minute, are you saying that Steve Nash is better than Prahlad Friedman at basketball? Whoa, slow down with the crazy theories. You are like NVG's official basketball expert or something. I have some other questions about basketball that I was wondering if you could answer. One, who is better at basketball, LeBron James or Tony G? And two, is it good to be tall in basketball? Because I've noticed a lot of basketball players are tall, so is that just random? Moving on, Eric Seidel continued to slay it on Twitter this week. When Ricky Martin came out of the closet, Seidel said, Ricky Martin admits, I'm gay. Yao Ming set to reveal, I'm tall. He followed that later in the week with this. Massive flooding on East Coast, thousands forced out of homes, no rescue plan. Quote, Barack Obama doesn't care about white people. Vanilla Ice. But our tweet of the week came from Phil Hellmuth, who had a really tough decision. The poker brat wondered, should I shoot a video for Ludacris in Vegas for a new song, Sex Room, with Jamie Foxx and Gerard Butler, or go to NAPT event at Mohegan Sun. Phil, there will always be another poker tournament to play, but how often do you get asked to be in a Luda video? I mean, come on, even a Northern European can make that call, right?
Idiot from Northern Europe.
Or maybe not. Finally, it's time for our reader mailbag. Here's a strategy question for you, Joe, from Chris Sutton. I have a question that you brought up on Poker Road Radio. If you're on the button and you have an ace-9 offsuit and the player in the cutoff raises, what would you do and in what situation? So, Joe, what do you got?
The truth is that ace-9 offsuit in that position can be very, very, very tricky. If somebody is raising too much on your right, you do kind of want to punish them and take away the advantage, take away the lead, if you will. And that way you can sort of push them off so later in other hands, they're not always coming and attacking you. Now, on the other hand, if the player on your right hasn't been raising that much, you kind of want to give that some credence. You don't have to attack just because you have a hand like ace-9 offsuit. So really, the rule of thumb is pay attention to who you're playing against and the situation that you are in the tournament. Because not only is it important who that player is, it also matters, are you in the beginning of the tournament or in the end? Much more important to take a stand maybe later when the chips mean a lot more than in the beginning.
Thanks, Joe. As always, submit your reader mailbag questions at Poker2Nite.com, our Facebook fan page, or by going to Twitter.com/Poker2Nite. When we return, our in-studio guest will be poker player and UFC ring announcer Bruce Buffer.
Poker's biggest tournament, the World Series main event, is just around the corner, and UB.net wants to send 5 of our Poker2Nite viewers there to compete for a shot at poker immortality. To get in on the action, simply go to UB.net and sign up for a new account with the Poker2Nite referral code. You'll then receive an entry to one of our satellite tournaments for a chance to play in the main event final qualifier on June 6th. Finish in the top 5 of the final qualifier, and you'll be on your way to Vegas with UB.net picking up the tab. While there, you'll get access to all the UB.net parties and a personal training session with either Phil Hellmuth or Annie Duke. So head over to Poker2Nite.com now for all the details, and hopefully I'll be seeing you at the main event this summer.